Hello, project enthusiasts, or project management test enthusiasts, project managers, aspiring project managers. You're welcome to Everything Project, my channel where we discuss project management and its processes. We discuss our project experiences and project challenges. Today, we're going to be diving into project management methodologies. There are several misconceptions about project management methodologies. So we'll be using the PMBOK as a guide. The PMBOK or PMBOK stands for Project Management Book of Knowledge. It's not methodology on its own. It's like knowledge, tools and techniques fused together by PMI, you know, to guide project managers or to guide the processes of project management. So that is where you find everything about project management according to PMI. That is the PMBOK. For you to write your PMP, you need to consume the whole of PMBOK, like you need to know PMBOK. It's advised you read PMBOK twice before writing your PMP. That is alongside every other preparation materials. So today, going into or talking about project management methodologies, we'll be dissecting them, understanding them more. So, what are these project management methodologies? They are the Agile methodology, the Waterfall methodology, and the Hybrid methodology. I believe just from the names, you could pinpoint what each of them talks about. Let's start with the Waterfall methodology. The waterfall methodology, like the name implies, waterfall, it's predictive, like it's sequential, step by step um, methodology of carrying out a project. When you have a project, a project is not, when you have a project to manage, you do not have a one size fits all methodology to manage any project. When you have a project, you analyze the project and choose the best methodology to attack the project to deliver it in record time and on budget. So the type of project will determine the methodology to choose. It's not um, something that you do through guesswork. As a project manager, you need to know the methodology to choose for any type of project. So the PMBOK, which is the Project Management Book of Knowledge, helps you know the type of methodology to use for your project. So talking about the predictive or the waterfall methodology, that's where you that's the methodology you use for several projects like construction projects. Like I call it the OG methodology. Like it has been there for a long time. That has been the methodology that has been used over the years to um, um, implement and execute several projects. So talking about the construction projects, you know that in building a house, you follow things sequentially. Of course, before you lay the blocks or the bricks, there must be foundation. So it is there. It's rigid. It's not flexible. These are the things you need to put in place. You need to do your foundation. You need to put them. I'm not really into construction, so but I know that for you to build a house, you must have a foundation first. You must put the first layer of mortar or cement mixed with sand before you start putting the blocks and start doing the rest. And before you even get to roofing, you need to have a lintel. You need to have built the house to a certain level. You can't just be doing the foundation, laying blocks while you're also roofing. No, it is sequential. It is not iterative. It is not something that is flexible. It's very rigid. So, but on the other hand, we have the agile, which is really flexible. The agile talks more about flexibility, changes. He accepts changes, whereas in the waterfall methodology, it does not accept changes. Like it is really rigid in the sense that it is sequential. You do not need to go outside the plan. That is why a lot of planning go into waterfall methodology. Like you need to plan very well while using waterfall methodology for those rigid projects, you know. And if we are in the waterfall method, if you're using the waterfall methodology, you also know that it will affect every aspect of your project. You know, it will affect how you manage procurement, especially because this is rigid. Any mistake could cost you budget or could cost you schedule. But when if it's agile methodology, in agile methodology, we accept changes. You know, we incorporate changes into the methodology. The agile methodology, that's where you talk about the Scrum framework. People talk about Scrum. Scrum, it's not a methodology on its own. Scrum is an agile framework. It is under agile methodology. You know, it accepts changes and gives you an increment in every sprint. You know, it gives you a product, or it gives you an incremental product in short instances. But in the waterfall is different. You have to build the project all the way down to have to have the full product. Whereas the product gotten while delivering the project in agile is incremental. In every sprint, you have a product to show for it. You have something to show for it. And this is usually use this framework for agile projects like software development, app development, website development. You know, these are the kinds of projects you can use agile to develop. When talking about agile, you can also talk about lean, the lean framework. You know, lean means elimination of waste or reduction of waste. You know, and you talk about Six Sigma, which is process improvement. Talk about Kanban. Those are agile frameworks under the agile methodology. Now there is another methodology called the hybrid methodology. Now this is like a fusion of both the agile and the waterfall. Excuse me, there are some projects, you know, that will require you to start up in a rigid way. Then along the line, you have to accept flexibility. You have to accept changes. You know, there are some companies who make use of the hybrid. Some even call it Wagile. That's combination of waterfall and agile. A company I handle the project for, that's the methodology that they use, hybrid or Wagile methodology. Like at the beginning, during the initiation stage, it becomes really rigid. They have a particular framework, a particular way they arrange every step in their initiation and planning stage. But when it goes to execution, they employ 100% agile methodology, and they make use of the Scrum. Scrum is the most widely used agile framework. The Scrum framework, you know, that has to do with the Scrum Master, product owner, and the development team. So it's like working collaboratively to achieve one particular goal. For me, I love the agile methodology because it gives you the chance to learn. It gives you the chance to correct your mistakes. It gives you the chance to fail early and correct your mistakes very early. But the waterfall methodology makes use of the rigid plan, following the plan all the way to the end to have the product, which is the essence of the whole project. I believe with this, we've been able to dissect and understand the different forms of project methodologies we have according to PMBOK, which is the Project Management Book of Knowledge. My name remains Miracle Madaforo, the host on Everything Projects. See you on the next one. Thank you.